waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We will collect them. Our information reaching on my table is that the NNAMDI them boys don't bow down before the Biafra army them boys. Begging they beg. According to the information, they say they capture about many of them where they go enter to the den of the Biafra army them boys. But sometimes I dey wonder, say e be like say some people no get sense, just like wetin dey happen for Hamas now and Gaza, Palestinian, where the Hamas invaded Gaza, destroyed many of the Israelites. Many were sent to judgment, and the Israelites now were angered, and they are sending their missile, sending their bomb into Gaza and Palestine. As they go now, many buildings, many towers in Palestine now are collapsing. Collapsing. Israel just released one of their highest armor, one of the highest they have, and many things are happening to the Palestinians, and I don't know how the Palestinians are going to come out of this kind of trouble, because trouble there for house, Enyanga few say na him be the baba, trouble day Enyanga go wake am. If you go on, because I will not be able to show you that now on because of how it is. I will not be able to play you the video on right here because of some certain rules that got this community. But as it is, you can check it up. You can check the one that is happening in Palestinian on BBC. You can also check the one that is happening in Biafra land with the NIG army. Check it on Master Simon Eba's handle, and also you can also check it on Biafra channels. Meanwhile, as they go, make we go to another information where we say Aloy Ejimako has said something. According to him, this is what NNAMDI Kanu said when he visited him at the DSS detention. He said, "Stay focused. We have many unfinished tasks." NNAMDI Kanu tells lawyers and supporters. Kanu gave the charge on Monday when one of his lawyers, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, visited him in detention in Abuja. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, NNAMDI Kanu, has charged his supporters on the actualization of Biafra nation agitation to stay focused on their numerous unfinished tasks as their journey is not yet over. Kanu, who has been in detention in the custody of the Department of State Service since June 2021 after former President Muhammadu Buhari-led Nigeria government arrested him in Kenya and returned to Nigeria over treasonable felony charges, gave the charge on Monday when one of his lawyers, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, visited him in detention in Abuja. The Supreme Court last Thursday fixed December 15th to deliver its judgment on Kanu's appeal that seeks to compel the federal government to release him from detention as ordered by the appeal court in its October 13th, 2022 judgment. Recall that the appellate court had in its judgment discharged and acquitted the IPOB leader on its judgment in October 2020. In October 2023, recall that appellate court had in its judgment discharged and acquitted the IPOB leader of all the charges preferred against him by the Nigerian government and ordered immediate and unconditional release of Kanu. Giving an update on his visits to Kanu, Ejimako on Monday said, "I was just excited from visitation with NNAMDI Kanu. I briefed him on our last outing at the Supreme Court led by the new lead counsel Kanu Agabi San. He directed that the legal team and our people must stay focused on the many unfinished tasks at hand and that it's not yet Uhuru." Ejimako further noted that much work still remains to be done as far as Kanu's case is concerned, saying that it is also unexposed of the slew of cases we still have pending on his matter, and that his continued detention means that his case is not yet over. It is an unfinished business. And my people now don't hear as they happen. This one is coming from Aloy Ejimako. According to him, this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that his people should stay focused to the cause, that as it is now, that it is not yet over until it is over. But for me, I'm thinking since we are already in a civilized organization whereby you can actually see, let's say Kanu is not yet in prison. He is still in the DSS detention, of which I believe that he could request for an address to address the people, to speak to the indigenous people of Biafra, speak to his people, and let everybody hear his voice. I think that will go a long way to ease a lot of things, a lot of tension, even as they proceed to fighting for his release and to be able to let him out of that DSS detention. And I think that by now he should have been out, but because of the nation where we find ourselves, where the leaders have refused to obey court orders, same thing happened when MFL was in office, when the judiciary said the Naira should still remain a legal tender. After court ruling, MFL still bad Isiakwala and refused to obey the court order. And as it is today, the matter has turned against him. Now it is his turn, and the court has given order on his behalf, and he is still in the DSS detention, of which we are yet to know now what is the outcome of that matter. Because I don't think for a long time Nigerians has not been briefed on what is the outcome of MFL's case with the federal government on the embezzlement of funds and other diversion of funds, according to some of the investigation that have been carried out. Even though later on they started filing charge against him for seeing firearm, pump action, and other cartridges, but I don't think that should be the case, because a man of his caliber, I think he is old enough and well enough to own a pump action, which if it is registered, I don't think that should be a case. But the case leveled against him now is based on money laundering and other diversion of funds and sponsoring of terrorism in Nigeria, according to those charges. And now, same thing is happening to Bawa, who is the former DSS boss. I think one thing people should understand is that there is what is called the law of karma, return of whatever you have done to another individual. It also returns to you. And when you don't pay attention, when it is another man's turn, I think everybody is seeing you, human beings. Even God in heaven is seeing you, but God aside, other human beings, because God can forgive, but human beings, they can forgive you, but they cannot forget. It is only God that can say, okay, let's forgive him and wash away his sin. We'll see it no more. But human beings, then they woski, they will still bring out that same thing against you. So I think it is high time the federal government pay attention to what concerns Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that before the end of this year that he is out of that DSS detention. Even though all this adjournment is a systematic way of still keeping him in that DSS detention, because there has been a ruling and up to now he has not yet been released. So I think all the adjournment, it was supposed to be on this October, and it was supposed to be on October 5th. On October 5th, the case was also adjourned again to December, I think. And now, and that December, who knows what is going to happen. The same delay system and tactics was used when Buhari was in the system. And now Buhari has left, and the main man in the office now is Tinubu, and Tinubu has not been able to do anything concerning this. He has not even raised it as a matter, even though many people are appealing to him to see how best this issue should be solved politically, but nobody is paying attention. Meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.